everybody, welcome back to our channel. My name is Ogo and this is
Nonso,
and we're reaching you live from Love Home. Thank you so much for watching our previous videos. Thank you so much for engaging with us, and we're back with another interesting topic, right?
Yeah, so today we are going to be talking about things you should know before getting married.
Yep.
Things you should know before getting married. So, and this is a very interesting topic because many a times people don't want to, or they don't discuss about so many of these things. They just get carried away with the whole lovey-dovey and all of those butterfly in my belly and all that. So, but yeah, these are things that have helped us. They are things we discussed before getting married, and we had an open heart to keep practicing this thing even in marriage, and so far it has helped us very well. So we felt like we should share this today with you. So,
and it might help.
Yeah, it might help you whether you're married
or you're single, about to get married or thinking of getting married today or sometime in the future.
Yeah. So
let's jump right into it. We have some points written down just so that we don't lose track of our thoughts. And so you might see us looking down sometimes. So, do you want to go first?
No, go first. Go first. What do we have first?
First is to keep dating each other. And yeah, I mean, it's as simple as it gets, right? You know, courtship or dating is that phase for a reason, right? And you know, you hear people say things like, I miss those dating days, I miss those. It was because of the efforts and the commitment that they put in. You know, people say when you are hunting for something, you are putting everything into it, but when you now get that thing finally, it's like so don't let that be the story of your marriage. You have to keep, you know, when we say keep dating or keep courting, it's, you know, keep doing those things that you did. Keep taking him out for a date night, keep taking her out for a date night.
Keep buying those gifts, keep packaging them in the surprising way you used to do it.
You know.
Okay, yeah, I think I still have one love letter she wrote to me.
Only one?
Yeah, one particular one. Because that one had so many kisses everywhere, and I still have it in my bag. I'm still expecting another one soon. So
me too.
I've not seen, but yeah.
I mean, babe, you're coming here to expose me. I don't know some things I still do. Anyway.
No, of course. Yeah. I mean,
that's the point, right?
Yeah. So keep going on date, keep doing those stuff, and even if you have kids, you can just make plans, keep them with a friend, a brother, a sister, a family friend, and all that.
Yeah.
You have that you and your spouse time.
Yep.
No matter how short it is, just have it, and it will really help.
Get creative, even if you have kids. You know, keep the love sparking. Keep those butterflies. Okay.
All right. So the next one is what's the next one?
Acceptance.
Yeah, acceptance is key.
Yep. Acceptance
is key. So you also have to understand that both you and your husband are from different backgrounds. Different upbringing, different
childhood experiences.
Different childhood experience,
You might even have similar values though, but
there will always
different
be
ways of interpreting
those values are different. So it's good you understand where you're coming from. You first of all understand where you're coming from. I think when we're about to get married, we had to really look into this and all. And I had to be sincere with myself, tell myself where I'm coming from and all that.
Tell yourself your background. Cannot keep you on the ground.
Yeah. So, and
is it background or background?
Background.
Anyways.
So yeah, tell yourself that truth. Accept where you are coming from. and also make the necessary changes you need to make, adjustments. Yeah, it's much easier if you identify it and you try to make adjustment by yourself. And when someone is pointing those things to you, they could just come across as disrespect and all of those things. So, but if you sit down and sincerely analyze your past, analyze where you're coming from, and also understand the kind of marriage you are planning to have, it is going to help you. I knew what I wanted to have. She knew what she wanted to have. So when we came together, we discussed these things, and we discovered that, hey, we both want the same thing, but based on who we are right now, based on where we are coming from and how our environment, background has influenced us so much, are we going to achieve what we desire? And the answer was not yes. So we needed to start making those adjustments. So if you understand where you're coming from and where your spouse is coming from, the first thing is that you have to accept that person. Someone may not have the same background as you. Someone may not have, in short, the same thing as you had while growing up and all. You already know that this person doesn't have it. Don't try to push the person. Accept that person first, right? So when that person feels accepted, the person opens up. It's easier for you now to discuss areas of adjustment. Yeah, and because the primary thing there is love. You really love this person so much that you want the person to have a better life. If you guys sit and sincerely discuss these things and you point it out one to another, both of you begin to put into consideration, okay, let me even tilt a little.
Let me do this, let me do that.
A little. And from little, I mean, you just see yourself becoming a better version of yourself and a better version for your spouse. And I tell you, it is very, very powerful. Yeah, and sometimes...
And I think one thing I wanted to add is sometimes acceptance also comes with the point of this person may actually not change the way I want the person to change. So acceptance is just, maybe in your head, your spouse maybe speaks in a certain way that you don't like. And you've talked about it. And you just accept that this is the way this person speaks, I can't really do much about it. Even if the person can try to change, but because that has been their conditioning for years, it may be also very difficult. So acceptance is also you just saying, you know what, this are the are the deal breakers, we're aligned. Those other little issues, I can just overlook them. Whether or not this person changes, I just have it at the back of my mind that, okay, it's just something I've accepted. So it's a bonus.
Never go into a marriage with the intention to change your spouse. 99.9% of the time, it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. So accept one another and you'll be on that path to making the necessary adjustments.
And so the next point is that the little things actually really matter. And, it's all about intentionality. It's about that consciousness of the fact that, nothing is too small, right? It's similar to the first point, which we talked about on, courting and dating, right? You need to keep doing those little things. It might not even be things that you did before marriage, actually. It might be those little things that your spouse cares about. It might be things that they've complained about, they've talked about several times, but you're just ignoring it because you feel like, this is just a small issue. This is nothing, this isn't a big deal. But over time, those things pile up.
Build up.
And it can, build up and it can become a big issue. So things as little as, your spouse loves a kiss every morning. Your spouse, like this one. Things as little as, my husband my husband goes out, when he goes out to shop or to buy stuff, he comes back with kilishi for me sometimes. And that makes me happy. That's just a little thing. There are also some little things that we also glanced over. And then at some points, we realize that, okay, these things are actually important, because maybe it's when somebody now has an outburst like, you've been doing this thing, I've been talking about this thing, and you're like, is it not just
that serious?
And the person is like, I've told you this thing like 1, 2, 3, 10 times, and you're still not, So the little things actually matter. So the point is, those little things, make me a cup of coffee in the morning, it might just be it
might be to keep your shoes where they're supposed to be once you come back from wherever you go to from work and all. It can be anything.
It can be anything, right?
Yeah.
It can be anything.
And if you're watching this might be a time for you to sit back and perhaps consider that little thing that your spouse
has been talking
about over and over again. So I think
of the adjustments you need to make.
Yeah, if you make that adjustment, you might be surprised how it will turn things around like drastically. Because many a times, a lot of things we'll see are just offshoots or byproducts of those little
build up
things.
of resentment and just
So try it and see. Just sit back, reflect. Okay, this particular thing, my wife, my husband, or my fiance has been talking about this. Okay, let me just do it. I mean, why won't you just do it? After all, you love him, you love her, right?
Yeah.
So the next one we're going to be talking about apologizing and forgiving. I must. Now, here there are two things: apologizing and forgiving. Right? I don't want to separate them, okay? But let's talk about apologizing first. In apologizing, there are two things. There is the apology itself, and there is how
you apologize.
So someone can just say, I'm sorry. And that's apology, right? But how do you present it? Are you truly sorry about that? Or you just want to dish it out since that's what you want, and when I'm sorry, it's okay, and all that, which doesn't work for most people, right? Also,
but sometimes you do that.
I do that.
Sometimes, babe, you actually do it unconsciously. And like, okay, I'm sorry.
No, but like the way I say it's not like okay. No.
Maybe you.
But funny enough, it can come across that way. That's why it is important to understand the language of apology of your spouse.
Yeah.
Because your own might be, I'm sorry, might be okay for you. But some other person is, I'm sorry, I will not do this again. But some person is, okay, I'm sorry, I won't do this again. This is what I'm going to do to make it better. For some persons, as you are apologizing, you are coming with gifts. Yeah, you're coming with gifts. Once you give them that gift and say, I am sorry, case closed.
I'm sorry, here are your car keys.
No, you just give it to them first. They will be looking at you. Then you now say, I'm sorry. If you just give them the gift, they will accept it, but to them. But once you add that, I'm sorry, case closed for them. So it's good you understand the language of apology of your spouse. And by that, you'll be able to apologize better whenever you wrong the person.
And not just apologizing, because some people actually prefer to apologize than to do the right thing. So apologizing with it at the back of your mind that this thing is actually hurtful to my spouse, and as much as possible, I'm going to try not to do it again, even though, mistakes happen.
You can still do it again. It can still happen.
Right?
But at least let it be a conscious effort towards ensuring that, this thing doesn't happen again.
Yep.
Remember, like I said earlier, the most important thing here is that you love that person. And you are not going to do things that will hurt them. So if someone is talking about a particular thing over and over again, it's time to consider. So as you apologize, try to forgive if you're the one that is hurt. Don't make it too difficult. for somebody when they're apologizing to you. Some people actually make it difficult.
Yeah.
Once you hurt them, before they let go, even when they tell you it's okay, I've accepted your apology,
They'll
the next
still be
minute they are referring to it and to the one before it and all that, and you'll be like, am I really forgiven? So yeah, these are very wonderful tips. The next one is
our money is our money.
Our money is our money.
Calm down.
So
not your money is my money.
My money is your money. Your money is our money.
Yeah. So I mean, there's this popular saying that the woman's money is her money, but the man's money is our money.
Our money.
Now, I'm not going to debate that topic, or we're not here to debate that topic. Depending on your financial situation or the financial setting in your marriage, the character of your spouse, their spending habits, and whatever it is, there might be a particular financial, structure that works for you. But the point here is, our money is our money means you need to be on the same page with your spouse.
Yes.
So whatever financial method you're choosing, whoever is in control of the finances, whoever is earning the income, blah, blah, blah. The point is, you're building together financially and you need to get on the same page financially. One person shouldn't be racking up debt, for example. Your spending pattern, you need to make adjustments if you've been living your life anyhow now that you're married, because the truth is your life is now intertwined with somebody else. If you have children, they are also going to come into that situation as well. So you cannot live your financial life anyhow anymore. So and finances are one of the key problems that many people actually have in marriages.
A major problem.
It's a major problem, and it comes from not just how much they earn. It's also about the habits, about one person feeling cheated. There are so many things, and we can do a whole video,
just money,
just talking about money and even some of the lessons we've learned, growing, building, investing, and spending and all in marriage. But the point is, whatever you decide, you and your partner need to be on the same page. You need to be building together, and
to make this work, trust is very, very important.
Exactly.
Right. So also, I want to talk to the guys now, briefly. So many guys are there. They are the ones working, bringing in the money, and their wives are not working or not working yet and all. And somehow it looks like the woman is just there producing children, managing the home, and nothing about the finances is being revealed to her and all of that. I personally feel that is not okay. I do not downplay full-time housewives. I told my wife this before. Being a full-time housewife is a full-time job. Yes, it is. It is not easy. Manage the children, manage the home and all of that. So I don't look down on you, provided your husband has earns enough to keep the family running. Then both of you will need to now plan on how to run things and all. And
but the idea is be open, male, female, whether you're earning, you're not earning. Be open with each other and how you're going to manage your,
Okay, so what's the next?
So,
let's talk about sex. Someone said something. That was Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo. He said there is nothing like sexual compatibility. What we have is sexual commitment. And I agree with it 100%. Nothing like sexual compatibility. All you have is sexual commitment. You are committed to this person. And before you get married, it's very important you discuss this. Talk about sex. I usually recommend talk about it when you're getting closer to your wedding.
So that you don't start.
You are going to build up ideas and so many things,
Yeah.
and all of that. Discuss your expectation.
Mm-hmm.
Your first night, what do you expect, and all of those things. But
Also have realistic
yeah,
expectations too.
and miss all the expectations and all
Mm-hmm.
for your first night. This worked for us. Just be calm.
And be open.
Just be, in short, remove every expectation from your head and just have fun.
Yeah.
It may not even happen in your first night. It may not happen in the first 2-3 nights and all that, because some people are so tired, so worn out. And but whenever it eventually happens, just whatever be the expectation. Yes, you guys have discussed, you've communicated, but just take it out. You are being with this person for the first time. Come with a free mind. Okay, and you just enjoy yourself. Okay, so talk about sex. When you are in your marriage, when you're married, talk about sex. If there's something you really expect, maybe in your marriage and all that, communicate to your spouse and all of those things. And I believe that, yes, if you people are open enough to one another, you'll be able to have a very good sexual
sex
experience.
life.
Yeah, and it's very, very important. Don't joke with it too. All these points are very
Babe,
key.
you like sex.
Who doesn't like sex? Some may like it too much, some may like it a little. I mean, if you don't like sex, why are you getting married? What do you want to be? To come into the marriage and start playing Ludo? Or what?
No, but yeah, sex is important. So
important.
you know, and the truth is, again, if you're busy people as well, sex will be one of the first things to leave the table.
Yes.
Because you find yourself so caught up in so many things, and by the time the day is over, you're tired, and you just realize that, okay, 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, we've not had sex, you know. So it's something that you also need to be conscious about, you know. Build the atmosphere for what you want to see, you know.
Because it's very important.
And sometimes
for intimacy.
schedule it, you know, because sexual connection as a couple is very important. It's not just for sexual whatever, but just in general. Yeah. So the next point here is that challenges will come in marriage, right? There are certain things, you know, we can pray and forbid all we want, you know. Some people would have it better than others. That's the truth.
Yeah.
But challenges come in different forms, you know. It might be something that, you know, doesn't seem so big to one person, but to somebody else, it might seem like such a big deal, you know. So, but the beauty about marriage is, you know, realizing that you both are in the same team, and those challenges are not supposed to draw you apart. Rather, they are supposed to bring you close, you know. And, you know, also for you guys to learn the lessons and react in a way that makes you come out even better. So those challenges may be something that tests you as an individual, that tests your marriage, both of you jointly, or something, you know, just external, you know, that is affecting the both of you. And, you know, the word challenges we're using as a blanket this thing, because it can come in so many forms, to be honest. People go through different battles, you know. Infertility, for example, is a challenge that can happen in marriage, you know. Finances is a challenge that can happen in marriage. Health, you know, busyness, overactivity, children, you know, issues from children, from different things, relatives. There are so many challenges that can happen.
Challenges.
Village people challenges. You know, so many things. In fact, everything. And you can choose. Another thing again is choose your battles. You cannot fight everything, you know. So there are certain things that come up, and your response sometimes should be war. You know, not against your spouse, but against the situation. While some certain things might come up, and your response should actually just be silence or prayer or something. So depending on those challenges that you face in marriage, you have to the first thing you have to realize is you're not in a battle with one another or with each other. You're in a battle. It's between you and me together.
Both of you together in
Against,
that ship.
you know, it's us against the world.
Against the world.
It's us against the world.
Oh.
You and me against the world.
Oh.
Forget. We'll sing one day. I will show them what I'm made of.
I am going to solo. Oh.
Anyways,
so it's very important.
It's both of you against the world.
Again, to make these battles very, very less for you, that's why you have to discuss so many of these things. Don't get carried away with love, with the feelings and all of these things. Don't discuss the main thing.
Yeah.
How are we going to do this? How are we going to handle family? How are we going to handle finances? How are we going to... Because these are where those challenges actually come from. And if you don't discuss them before time and it hits you, you'll be like, wow, what's happening?
But there are some things that you never think of discussing.
No, that's why I said to reduce it.
Okay, yeah, to reduce
reduce the battles, to reduce the stress. Discuss whatever comes to your mind, just discuss. Okay, then read books as well and all that. And,
listen to other people. Have godly mentors as well.
Yeah.
That you can speak to in times of challenges, and you know, pray.
And also
keep
watching this channel.
Yeah, keep watching us, you know, because we come with good tips that can help you and your spouse, you know.
All right, thank you very, very much. It's been a wonderful time with you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and once a new video drops, you'll be the first to see it.
And please let us know in the comment section other tips and other things. We actually still have a few other points, but we don't want to make this video too long.
Yeah.
So if you have other tips, you know, that you think would help people in their marriages, you know, leave them in the comment section. Tell us what you agree with. Tell us what you want to add, and we'll see you in our next video.
Till then, bye.
Bye.